Alright, in this problem you see, in order to get his car out of the mud, so this car is stuck in mud, a man ties one end of the rope to the front bumper and the other end to a tree, 15 meters away as shown below. He then pulls on the center of the rope with a force of 400 newtons. So he pulls on this rope in that direction, which causes its center to be displaced 0.3 meters. So this distance is 0.3 meters. And this distance is 7.5 meters. This distance is 7.5 meters. What is the force of the rope on the car? So essentially, what is the tension in the rope is what we're asking. Alright, so let me just draw this part. So there is the rope. So this dimension is 0.3 meters. This is 7.5 meters. Okay, so theta, which is equal to this theta, tan theta is 0.3 meters divided by 7.5 meters. And so theta is tan inverse 0.3 divided by 7.5. And this works out to 2.29 degrees. Okay. Alright, so here's what's going on in this problem. So the tension in the string is pulling on the car in that direction, and it's pulling this point in that direction, and the tensions is equal. So, and this he applied a force of 400 newtons, and in this we'll draw our x and y axis like that. So since this point is at rest, the three forces on it should add up to 0. Okay, and so their y component should be equal to 0. So the y component of that is in that direction, and that is, so this angle is 90 minus this, so it's 87 point, this angle is 87.71 degrees. Okay, so let's look at the y component of the forces. Y component, and 400 newtons minus t cosine 87.71 minus t cosine 87.71 should equal 0. So t is equal to 400 newton divided by 2 cosine 87.71. Okay, and this works out to okay, 5,005 newtons. So here's the amazing part. So here's a fellow who can apply a force of 400 newtons, and by applying the force in this direction rather than pulling straight at the car, if you pull straight at the car you would only apply a 400 newton force, but by applying this force perpendicular you got a magnification, and now the force pulling the car out of the mud is 5,000 newtons, a factor of roughly 12. Okay, so that's why this technique is the best way to pull a car out of mud. Alright, so that solves that problem.